guys, welcome to JavaScript crash course. So in today's class, we are in lesson 3. So if you have not watched the previous videos, please go back and watch. So today we'll be looking at operators. So this is where we are. So we'll be looking at operators. So welcome back to my channel. Please do well to subscribe. Let's grow this channel together. So all right, so this is where we turn beginners into confidence coder. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. So today's lesson, we are diving into one of the building blocks of every JavaScript program called operators. So I've shown you what is that. So from our arithmetic to logic, there are tools that make your code dynamic and responsive and smart. To get started, let's start with arithmetic. There are different types of operators. So let's start with arithmetic operators. So um, this is where we left at the last time. So I will clear off these variables. So I will come here and then let's start writing. So today we'll be looking at operators. Operators. So operators. So let's have it. So there are different types of operators. So we have arithmetic operators. So we have assignment operators. We have comparators operators. We have logical operators. So we won't be looking at these ones. So there's ternary operators. So we look at the ones that are important. So these are the types of operator. Let me just bring it down for you to see. So these are the types of operators that we'll be looking at. So this forget about the you will see some suggestion here. So this is GitHub Copilot pilot. So just forget about that. Now, okay, let's continue. So at first we'll be looking at arithmetic operators. So what are arithmetic operators? So they are used to perform basic mathematics, right? So now let's do something. Let's say let. Now we are in arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Cool. So all right. So first, what's this suggesting? Things. So first we create the first variable called let. So we'll give it 10. Then we'll create another one, give it 5, and then we will do some basic mathematics. So in this case, we are going to add, the first we are going to use is addition. So we add like as we do in mathematics, right? So addition, so we add this plus this, right? So the sum will give us this, but here we'll just console log the our result, right? So let's console.log our result. So if we add a plus b here, so we are going to get this. So let's add the difference. So we will get this. So these are the difference. So let's get the multiplication. So we will get this. So let's add the division. So we will get this. If we add, then let's add the module. So there's another one called modulus. So this one is to get the remainder. So let's add exponential. So exponential, I mean, is something raised to power, right? So if you have for example, I have raised to the power of b, right? So I have like 10, let's say 10 uh, power of b. So no, so let me look for this. Oh, I'm looking for where I have this. Okay, yeah, raised to power 5, right? So this is exponential, right, in your basic calculator. So this is what you do. So let's console.log these values. So console.log. So let's log the sum of so let's log the sum of a plus b, right? So here I will say a. Okay, let's use a small letter. So a plus b, right? So let's have the sum here. Then here I will write console.log. So the difference of a minus b, right? So we will do the same for the rest now. So we have divide. So this what you will get. So for now, let's save. So if I save, let's run this um, in our application, right? So here we are consider logging the minus. So here we are doing the same for multiplication. Here we are doing the same for division. So here we are doing the same for module, as remainder, right? Here we are doing the same um, for exponential, right? So now if I go back to this index.html, we already have this code. Now if I run it, go back and run this index. Yeah. So once I run this code now, so remember with console.log is so can inspect. So you right click on your keyboard. So if you right click, so this should give you this inspect, right? So if you get inspect, now you should get console. So go to console here. So you will see our value, right? So you see the first one, sum a plus b, so is equals to 15. Then the difference, which is the minus, a minus b is equals to 5, right? Minus 5, right? So a is bigger, that's why we are getting minus 5. Then we have a times b, so you get 15, right? Now we have a divided by b, so we get 2. Then the remainder here, we are getting an object. So let me see why we are getting an object here. So here, if we do the multiplication, that is the power of a power b, we will get, what do we have here? 100,000, right? So this is it for basic mathematics. So let's go back and see why we are getting an object. Okay, for the remainder, all right. Okay, a is 10. Then we have uh, power remainder. If we can have this as a remainder, because a is bigger, then we have power of b. So what? All right. So let's see why we get an object. So let's have, okay, I change here to, let's say 10 module b. So let's see what we get. Uh, so if I save this now, I go back to our code. Oh, it's not everywhere. So if I open here, so and I refresh this page, so we are still getting an object. So why are we getting an object? go back. Okay, remainder. Okay, all right. I see. Right, there was a mistake with the spelling, so I'll say a power b. So here is a mistake. Sorry. So there's this mistake with the spelling. That's how we are getting an object. So if I control S now and save, so we have. Let me go back. Uh, so I refresh here. So now we should get a proper value, right? So now we have okay. So A remainder B. So where is this coming from? Okay, we're still getting an object. I'm not sure where that is coming from. Do. Okay, let's give it instead of remainder. Let's give it something. Okay, remain. Okay, let's give it remain instead of remainder. Maybe remain. Let's name it to remain. Uh, so remainder. Console.log a. Let's remove this. Okay. Up. Okay. Let's remove that. So let's look for the remainder. So now if I refresh now, you will see I get 0, right? So the issue here was that this uh, a this module will give you an object. So if I place module here, it's going to give me an object. So because we don't want it to be an object, so now we are going to escape it. So if I control S now, if not, it's just going to show me an object. So that's why. So if you want to do that, I seen it now, so it's showing me as an object. So you don't have to put it this way. So it can just be like this. So that's it for the arithmetic operators. So now let's move to the next one, which we will be looking at. So we'll be looking at assignment operators. So assignment operators, these are used to assign value to variables. So here I'll have assignment operators, right? So these are used to assign value to variables. So if I do something like um, let equals to 10, then I do something like this. I say, so this is going to give me s plus plus. So if I put plus before equals to and 5, is the same thing as s plus 5. So it's the same thing like this, what we have here. So if we have this one here, s plus 5. So this will add 5 to the value of s. So it's the same thing as if I'm writing s plus 5, right? So s equals to s plus 5. So this is the same thing. So the same goes with this, s minus 3. So you get, so it's the same thing if I write it as s then equals to 3. So this is a shorthand for writing this same process, right? So the same we have with multiplication. So the same we have with division. So it's a shorthand. So you can just write it shortly like this, or you can write s equals to the value of s divided by 4, or you can write s modulo 2, or s equals to s modulo 2, or you can write s exponent 3 or s equals to s of exponent 3. So these are assignment operators. So if you do this, you get this value of final value of s if you are doing it like this, or you can console.log this s from each other. So let's just do that. So I will do this now. Plus, so let's do for minus. So if I do this, so with the power of Copilot, I will just do it once. So now I have let's console.log the values so that I've just explained now. So if I save, Control S, save, then I go back to let's go back to mine. Okay, now if I refresh, so you see I get same thing, but I have objects here. So you know why we are getting object is this module. So that module is going to give us object. So I will just put maybe remainder there instead. So we place module there, it's going to give you an object. So if I save now, let's go back. So I see it, so remainder 2. So s is equals to minus 0. So s is equals to 0, s is equals to minus 6, s is equals to minus 12. So that is just how it is. Remember, it's the same s that we are adding plus 5 here. Then here we are minusing 3. So here we are timesing s times 2. So here we are dividing. So s will be in reduction, right? So now let's go to another topic, which will be types of operators. So we look at comparison operators. So it is used for comparing, right? So this return true or false. So now let's do something. So let's console.log. So if I do this, is a equals to b. So it should be equal to, so here I'm saying it's not equals to, it's a not equals to b. So let's do this. So remember this a we are talking about, right? So let's define our a here. So I say let a equal to, let's say maybe 10. We have to check if we have defined a before here, right? So we have a here. So if we want to do this s, maybe we can just work with the a we have. Or so here instead of a, let's just do it as have we defined s before? Yes. So all right. So let's do okay. Let's do something else like um, y. Okay, y. Then let's z, right? Okay, let's do it this way. So now we can change the value we have here. So here we can say y. Then here we can have as y. Then here we have to change here to z, right? So here we can change z. So z. So oh, here we can have where we have b. Then we can change them to z, right? So where we have b, we can change that to z. So I have there. So I have z, right? So here I have z, right? So this is, so if I say here, let's console.log this now. So I have is y equals to z. So it's going to evaluate to two of us, right? So y here is 10, and is 10 equals to z. Are you seeing it? So it's going to evaluate to true or false, and y is not equals to 10, right? So it should return false. So evaluate to false, right? So this should give us false. So if this one, y not equals to z, is y not equals to z, is true, right? So y is not equals to z, right? So this should evaluate to false, right? Okay, these are the same thing now. So y z equals to I just repeating the same thing for me. So this should give us true, right? Because y is not equals to z, right? So the same thing you can do, y equals to z, check equality here. Remember, so the double equals to, check both the data type, right? So you check both the data type and then the value, right? So it's strict, you check both. So this strictly equals to, so you check this, check both data type. So here I say check type and value, right? So this check type and value, very important. So here also check type and value, and then check the equals to. So here we check both type and value, right? So it's not equals to. So here we are saying greater than, you should know that by now, less than sign, and so on. So let's check save here. So this, if I should disable this copilot, it's just suggesting things that I don't want. So now I'll save. If I save now, let's go back to the browser. So I go to the browser here, you see. So here I get is y equals to z is false. So here I get true. Here strict is false. Here y is not equals to b, false, true. Then here y greater than b is false. Then y less than b is true. Then y greater than or equals to b is false. Then is y less than or equals to b is true. Are you seeing it? So here you will see how that works, right? So here evaluate. So the comparison uh, um, operator evaluate to true or false. So we are going to be looking at the next one, which is ternary operators. So the ternary operators or logical operators. So they are used to combine conditions. So logical operators are used to combine conditions, right? So I will say let's say condition equals to true. So I will now have another condition 2 equals to true. So now I will do console the log condition um, A. So the first condition and condition 2. So this one is true plus false. So true and false should be equals to false, right? So anything that is true and then you add false, so it should be equals to false, right? So we have another one, the or condition. So we say true or false, you get? So it should be equals to true because true comes first, right? So now we look at not. So not condition. So we say if not true, so it should be equals to false, right? So these are the three most important conditions you will be using. So now if I save this, let me save it, just run it for you, Control S. Then if we go to uh, here and I refresh, so you'll see I get true, I get false, true, and false, right? So now let's go to our next topic, which is called ternary operator, right? So we're going to be having ternary. So we look at ternary operators. So now let's look at age equals to 18. So let's look at here you see ternary operator is used to write when we get to if statement. So the next topic is if statement. So when we get to if statement, I'll tell you what if statement is. So it's used to write uh, uh, um, statement in one line. So you write an if statement in one line, right? So what happened here is that I give um, a variable called age. Then I will now write, I'm supposed to write this in like multiple lines, but I can write it in one line. Very, very useful in JavaScript, in any programming language. So I can write it in one line. I'll say age greater than or equals to 18. So if he has the age of greater than or equals to 18, I want this to evaluate, so it becomes true. So this is true or false. So what ternary operator does, once it evaluates, the first one is true, so this will come, else the other one is false, right? So what happened here is that once age is greater than or equals to 18, so then it is true, right? So you pass through in quotation if you are working with string, or you can just pass it if it's non-string. Then you have the other value. So this will what we evaluate when this whole program, this line is false. So this will come. So if it's true, this will return, right? So when you are writing a ternary operator, so the first after the code evaluate, this is the condition, right? So after the condition evaluate, you get your answer. So the true is here, so the false is here. So if this condition evaluate to true, here is where you put your the code you want it to run. Then else, if you evaluate to false, you want to the code that you want to run to be here. So we'll talk more on if else statement, but this is a ternary operator. You can write it just in one line. It's very useful in JavaScript. So here we say can you vote? So we check if his age is equals to 18 or greater than, yes, we want it to vote. So once age is equals to 18, yes, you can vote. So let's see now. So the age here, we set it to 18. So this, it should be able to vote, right? So if I go back here and run this code, so I refresh, I run this code, you see, can you vote? Yes, you can vote, right? But if I change this to something like 17 years, so you should not be able to vote, right? So if I save, so it should give me no, you cannot vote, right? So if I go back and then I come here and I refresh, you see, no, you cannot vote, right? So that's it for ternary operator. So with this, we have come to the end of today lesson. So please do to comment your code. I indulge you to write your own code. So on the comment, leave your code. So write this logic operators that we have learned, the types of operator. Just write something to show that you have learned something from this. So in the next topic, so we'll be looking at the next topic. So we'll look at conditions, right? So we are going to look at condition in the next class. So all right, see you in the next class.